Hello everyone. I wanted to hop on here real quick and show you my first guest design team project for Denise at A Tattered Dream. I had uploaded a video showing you some of the products that I was going to use, and I made a little flip journal. I don't know really what to call it because it's not all tagged shapes. It is all different shapes and sizes, and I just put it on this I can't think of what it's called. Binder clip? No. O-ring type thing. I'm not even sure exactly what they call them. And I just tied a bunch of different laces and some eyelash trim. The eyelash trim is from Denise's shop. And just to give it like a topper. And then I just decorated all different size pieces of different paper elements and things. And this is a gift for a very special friend. So I'll just flip through and show you what I did. It's very, self-explanatory as far as, how you're embellishing things, because you're just doing, whatever you think is pretty, adding whatever you want, whether it's fabric or paper. Here I added a crocheted flower, and this is on an envelope. So the very front is an envelope, and it's just the craft colored envelopes. And I added a piece of Velcro there for the closure, and it is just got some goodies stuffed in it. And this flower come from Dee Dee. She sent me a bunch of these. I am really washed out, guys, sorry. And then I used some of the pieces from those two ephemera packs that I showed you that I was going to use. Simple Stories, and I'm not sure what this one was. I could not remember. There is a piece of feed sack fabric here, and some pretty, I don't know exactly what this fabric is because I'm not that great with my fabric, but it is vintage fabric, and it's so soft, but it's really holey. And I just cut a piece of that off for that. I think that's really pretty. So, and of course, when you use it, you can take it off of the rings to write on it, and then or the ring, and then just put it back. But I just added little bits and pieces all the way through. So here is one of Denise's price tags, and I just put, hold on guys, let me see if I can get that light. It is, see, I don't think that helped. Whoops, sorry. There is so much, I don't know why it's doing that. Sorry. I hope you guys can see this okay. I need to, I guess, put something down on my desk when I do my flip throughs. All this shiny stuff. Okay, so anyway, on this tag here, and I've sewed almost every tag and things. I just wanted the sewn look. This one I just did around like in bits and pieces, but I just covered this tag with some design paper and a couple of the die cuts there, so you can write on the back. And so everything, if you can't write on it, there will be pockets that you can, there will be elements in there that you can write on those. So everything is to be written on, or you can put pictures on, or whatever. Here's another one, and this one was, I can see the lines barely, so I'm not sure which tag this was. This was a plain tag, and this was like an alterations tag or an inventory tag, something like that. And I just sewed around it also so it can be written on the back. And then I added just two little pieces here. This is just a die cut that says hello, and this is some vellum. I know this is really hard to to get you guys a good view here and hold it up at the same time. And then this tag, which I love this, and I love this paper. It's one of my favorite prints. I just sewed some vintage lace along the bottom. And then on this side, I'm gonna turn it around, I made this vellum pocket. And let me pull this out before I take it. Here's a little die cut of a bicycle that can be used somewhere. I thought that was so cute. But this was one of the trifold weekly time cards. I don't know where I put them, but I showed it in my video. I can't reach it. I've showed them in my video, and so what I did was cut one piece down because it made the perfect size for a journaling card. And so it's just sewn around and it fits right in that pocket, so you can write on that one. So there's places, plenty of places to write journal. This was such a great idea for like using your scraps, but I wanted a certain color theme, so I used a couple pages from that scrapbook pad that I showed you guys. What was it called? No, I don't remember what the name of it was called, but I showed it to you in the other video. This is just the library card that's coffee dyed. And there's a large piece of vellum. And then this one here is one of the other layaway tags, I think. And I just sewed around it. And then here's a couple more pieces. I liked using these because some of them already had holes. And then some of them I just had to punch the holes. Let me hold this up here. There we go. And then here's one of the journaling cards. And again, on the back, I just added a pocket and then just filled it up with, here is one of her vocabulary cards, a couple little elements, one of her price tags that could be written on, and one of her smaller tags that I just put paper and sewed around. So there's plenty of places for writing. I think I've said that. And then here is an envelope that I added, and then I put the Velcro on that and added more goodies in that pocket. And then here is a guest check that I added another one of her tags that I just sewed around. I just love doing that. And then one of the tags from one of those kits, and then I just added some of that bead sack fabric that was left. And so that can be written on. This is just one of the plain tags. I didn't put any paper on it and just added this embellishment here, or a piece of ephemera, and then the die cut hello at the bottom. Here is one of the teeny, the like midget tags, and I just put some paper on it and then added that little bee. Here's one of the tags that come in one of those kits. And then this here is the playing card that I showed in the other video. It was one of the 20 questions, I think is what it's called. And so I just decorated it, sewed around it, put this pocket on there. And then I added this card because it can be altered. And then just a couple little pieces of the ephemera from one of those kits. And yeah, there's so much you could do to this. I mean, you could just add so many different things. Here is a vintage playing card. I did not back this one. You could put a picture here, or you know, the person that gets it can cover it. And this says, I'm always thinking of you. And here is another one of the what I just told you, the trifolds. I just used 2 pieces, so I made another one. So out of one of those, you can cut them and make 3 different journaling cards. Here's one of the journaling cards that I showed, and then I just sewed a bunch of lace on the side, and you can write on the back. I just thought that was pretty to have that pop out. And this was the vintage recipe card, and I wanted to leave the picture, so I just made a pocket here and then just added some different pieces in there that can be used. There's, you know, die cuts, and then there's another vellum like tag. And then here is one of the vintage library card. And I just put some lace and that die cut, and I just sewed straight down it. And then this vintage playing card, I actually sewed the back one, so you can write on that. There's another piece of vellum. And then here is another tag that I just sewed around that. And then here is the recollections card that I showed, and I actually didn't punch this in the middle. I punched it more towards the left, so this tab would stick out, and then I just sewed all that lace right down that. That's so pretty. And you can write on the back and the front. And then here I just took the Tom card, as you can see, and I just put the paper, added my butterfly applique with a flat back pearl, and added some lace at the bottom. Put a picture or something on the front, and then the very back was the very, very large recipe card, and I went ahead and covered it completely up because I wanted the back to kind of have a finished look, and this is one of my favorite pieces of paper. And so then on this side, you've got this pocket with some goodies and stuff in it that can be used throughout the rest of the journal. So I hope you guys like this idea. It was just a way of, you know, altering all the different products that you can get from Denise and then add your own. And you can make you a cute little journal. This is easy peasy, guys. And it turned out beautiful. And if you can't sew, you can use your Fabri-Tac and just add your, you know, your fabric and your laces to the edges to make it ruffly and really pretty. And I just love the shabby chic of it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this and like this. I would love to see you guys create something similar. I'm sure other people have created something like this. I've just not seen it yet, I guess. But I hope you guys have a blessed day, and I will see you very soon. Bye.